I'm sad about, but we've gone through all of our topics. We have people in the waiting room. Here I come, you good, patient people. Yeah, you're good.
Do we have a holiday party scheduled?
We do on the next weekend.
Oh,
It's either Friday or
I
Saturday.
couldn't find my email.
Yeah, look on this board until I take it away. Finally made it. Thank you for your patience. Let me get some things going here, Zoom people, and we'll get going. Oh, finish update. No, I don't have time to finish update. I better work. Because sometimes when my computer wants an update, it really wants an update. So let's,
I postpone a lot. And so once it's finally like, I have to do this now, I'm sorry.
oh,
It's
well,
been a
sometimes
busy.
it'll just lock up on me and it won't. I'll be just like, okay, so you meant it. You meant it. No, that's on the November calendar. It'll come up. We have our Whitney was just asking about our holiday party. Our holiday party is coming up. I'm so excited. It is next weekend, but somebody needs to look. I can't remember if it's Saturday or Friday or Saturday of next week. And it is always so fun. We're going to be at a new venue this year, which I'm super excited about. We've been at the same place down in the Crossroad, yeah, in the Crossroads area for a couple of years, and it's been nice, but it was always kind of hard to get to. The parking was a little challenging at times. And so this year we're going to be an old Overland Park. And if you know, there's this gorgeous old stone building um, in Overland Park. I forget what it originally was, but it has been turned into an event space. It was a furniture store for a long time, most recently before becoming an event space. And it was, oh, I'm just so excited because I've always loved the outside of the building. I've always thought it was so pretty and so cool. So I'm excited for us.
There's this Strangline car barn,
Okay,
apparently.
Strangling
Car
Car
barn?
Barn.
I don't know what that means, but that's basically what it is.
Probably like I want to say streetcars, but I
Maybe.
could be mistaken.
Mhm.
Okay, Zoomers, I'm gonna get you. I'm going to share screen here so that you can see our material. Remember that your student guide was on our closed Facebook page that you could print up or bring up so that you can follow along. Usually I have them printed and ready for you here in person, but the traffic gods were against me this morning.
Yes, what
So
is it?
our launch Facebook page. And then under files is where you will find it. Okay, here we go. Yay. All right. Well, the good thing is I wanted to focus on one particular thing this morning, and this will give us time to really focus on that. Because like I mentioned, this is our last session of Lead Gen 36123. So we have been doing this for weeks. We have been covering 12 different topics. And all of the topics have been about lead generation. How do I go find business? What are the different ways to do it? What's going to work best for me? So over this time, we have spent a lot of time on your database because we know that can be one of the most important things to focus on for lead generation. We focused on open houses, on farming, on lead conversion. We talked about FISBOs and expireds. We've just really covered the gamut of lead generation. Now, are there other ways to do lead generation? Yes, there's some others, but these are the key strategies that most agents focus on, some or a couple of them. I never want you to think I have to do all of them. Please do not try to do all of them. You won't do any of them well. It's what we really focus on, and if you've done your business plan, then you know you're supposed to only really focus on three forms of lead generation at a high level. And one of those, what does one of them always have to be of the three? There's one that I say is non-negotiable.
Database.
Oh, yes, database. Thank you. Let me turn the volume up. Oh, it's not this, it's the TV that I got to turn up. See, hopefully I'm not going to blast us out. So yes, it is. The database. It is your most important form of lead generation and one that it is non-negotiable. Even if you have a small database, it needs to be one of the priorities because that's really how you're going to build the most stable real estate business is by focusing and building a really healthy, strong, robust database, right? So let's talk about this last session. This last session is bringing this all together of, I see Tamisha wants to get in, about bringing it all together about, okay, now that I've been exposed to all these different forms of lead generation, then how do I make my goals come alive? How do I live my goals? And what we're going to focus on next week is your business plan. So, has everybody, except maybe Irene, who is so new, she probably hasn't, I know she hasn't, done your business plan? Whitney, have you?
I have it up, me and Megan need to meet and like go over it again. to
Yeah,
see, like, I'm gonna take
but
up
you've
the stick.
worked on it and gotten it going. Okay. Yeah, well, we've got one. Come on in, Jeffrey. Come on in. Um, so,
Worked it out.
well, we actually, that's awesome because then you can plug in your numbers, Irene, into our spreadsheet because it's going to
Yeah.
give you some magic.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
when I got started on it, I know I need to really get busy based on those numbers.
It- well, and that's the thing is when we have numbers that are robust goals, then we've got to make certain we're going to do enough activity to achieve those goals. And that's where you have to be real with yourself. And the 36-12-3, remember what I said to you about this course? This is actually a course for experienced agents. However, I find it so valuable with its focus on lead gen and everything it exposes you to that I think it is invaluable for new rookie agents because you're hungry to learn how to go find business. You need to know, how do I go find business? And so I've exposed you to this content because of how robust and good the material is. So today and Thursday, this is what we're going to be focusing on. Let me put the little dialogue up here. Understanding the foundation of your business. We're going to talk about the models, the four essential frameworks models. And this is coming from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, the MREA. If you haven't read it yet, I would highly recommend that you read it, or read the Rookie Real Estate Agent book, which is brand new, which we did that really cool workshop on a couple of weeks ago that I so appreciate everybody's involvement in, that just took the information from the MREA and just condensed it down for a version for you as a rookie. So either one of those books is going to talk about the models and measuring your results, tracking your progress. This is where we're so different than other companies from my perspective is we're not going to teach you just to be an agent. We're going to teach you to be a business owner who is an agent. There's a difference. Keep your goals visible, maintaining daily focus, your big why. We're going to discover your motivation, goals to actions. How are you going to take those plans, that goal setting, and actually take it into activity? And then taking immediate action. How do you get going? Waiting to prepare is, I understand, I'm kind of that personality. I like to prepare, and real estate doesn't really allow that, or it's a harder road to go. So that's what we're going to focus on. Let's talk about why you're here. You're ready to get this business going. You're ready to get traction in this business. This business, hi Edgar, good morning, come on in. This business is about um, momentum. The more activities you do, the more your business will move. And that's why it says here, ready to go 200 miles an hour. It depends on your motivation. Now, I or the other coaches, we can't force you guys to do anything. We can educate, we can motivate, we can hopefully inspire, but you all are the ones who actually have to take the action. And so if you need to go fast because you need to make money, then you've got to make certain that you've got the motivation and then the plan to implement. If you've got a plan, then you know the direction you're going. It's like having your roadmap. A lot of us have started real estate and we don't feel like we ever had a roadmap in the beginning. Irene, would you agree?
Exactly.
Yeah. We have all of the motivation and desire to make it work, but we are just scrambling in all different directions. And that's usually wasted energy. We're trying. It's not a lack of not caring and trying. It's just if you don't have a plan, that's why we do the business planning. That's why we want to make certain you're fine tuning your business plan for 2026 now, because now is when you start doing it. You're not going to wait until January 1st, and that's only a month, less than a month away, which blows my mind. You should be starting to implement it actually right now. Because what you touch today, you see the results of in 90 days, meaning that's the lead time, the fastest lead time you can get. If you really think about it, the fastest you can close with a client if you get them tomorrow, unless they're cash, is probably 90 days. With the prep time, if it's a seller, you got to get them ready to go on the market. That could take a month or 2 months. Then you've got to come on the market. If it's a buyer, you've got to get them, make sure they're pre-approved. You've got to go shopping, and you might find a house quickly, and you might not find a house quickly. So
You count the time since you contact the customer until you close.
your average is going to be about 90 days. Think of that as your sales cycle, your fastest sales cycle. Yeah, your
Okay.
fastest. Yeah. Because when you go, if you're getting a mortgage, how long does it take after you go to under contract to get to closing? How many days on average?
30 days.
30 to 45. Yeah, on average. So that's just the closing, the contract to close. Then you think of all the stuff that comes before that. So think of what you touch today, you can see the results of, or you see the energy, the momentum of in 90 days. It's not always a direct correlation. I'm not going to tell you somebody you talk to today is going to directly turn into business in 90 days. But it's all those seeds that you're planting that you start seeing. It's like thinking of the germination. Whitney, you being a plant person, different seeds germinate at a different rate.
Mhm.
Different plants grow at a different rate. Some are fast, some are slow, some are just average. Same with your business. The plants, the seeds that you plant are going to all pop up at different times. But you've got to plant them to even have a chance of anybody popping up. Okay, that's so important. And then, like I said, you have to take action. So all of these different forms of lead generation that you've learned, and remember, if you missed any of these classes, everything's on digital chalk. Everything's on digital chalk. You should be hungry and feeding yourself all the time. When you don't have direct business, then you should be feeding yourself with the information and building that knowledge and then building your skills. There should be not a moment that you say, I don't know what to do. There's always something to do. If you need direction on what to focus on, we can definitely help there. But there's always something you can be working on in this business. So let's talk about,
Hey, Kristen.
yes.
At least my screen is frozen. It's just saying
Mine
start.
too.
Okay. It's just a blank screen. I think it kind of froze.
Okay, let me stop the share and go back and share again. Yeah, we're
It's not no
showing it.
big deal. I have the thing pulled up, so
You're breaking up, so that's, I can see your words though. The good thing about having it,
Give you the speech to text.
Yes.
Right?
yes,
Oh, nice.
okay, we'll do.
Watching a movie with the subtitles.
Yeah, we've got subtitles. So I don't know if the bandwidth is just not good today or what. Here, we'll reshare with you all. So this is why, if you were in the workshop a couple of weeks ago or a week and a half ago, you know that we talked a little bit about your big why. Your big why is what drives you, your motivation. All of you came to real estate for a reason. All of you did. And at that workshop, we did share that. I actually, when you dive into this business, you're eager to get going. But if you don't recognize what's going to motor you in the times that are tough or the times that you're not feeling it, have you found being self-employed to be easy? No, no. Edgar, you've been self-employed for a long time. What's not easy about being self-employed?
You're responsible of any of the outcome. Completely.
Yeah, it's all on you.
Yeah.
You can't be pointing fingers any other way.
Everything else like you are responsible.
Yeah. Whitney, what about you? What's been hard about being self-employed?
I think that it's the same thing, like on both ends, real estate and with landscaping and stuff. It's just like you are ultimately in control of everything, the outcome. Like you represent yourself. Anything that happens reflects upon you. And just like making sure that you're consistent and things like that. It's just like making sure that you're leaving a good footprint for future business.
Which is nice actually, because at the end is you can go as far as you want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Control your own
Yeah.
destiny.
Definitely.
Mhm.
It is, I call it lovely and dangerous, being self-employed.
Mhm.
It is lovely to be your own boss. There can be such benefits to it, um, most of us have come into this business so that we can have our own business. Whether you knew it or not, when you thought, I think a lot of people don't understand when you get into this business, they see themselves being an agent, but not as a business owner. Did you think you're going to be a business owner, Jeffrey?
I mean, I knew that that was it was going to be.
Uh-huh. So you were aware of that. Did everyone think that? Because I get some people who are, what, I'm a
Some of
business?
it I didn't really understand because
Mhm.
being like under a brokerage and everything, it was just like, oh no, this is all me. This is all self-driven. This is all like, and that's something obviously that I have struggled with like consistency and like things like that with it because it's a big transition.
And it is the hardest for all of us. I will tell you that consistency is our Achilles heel for most self-employed people is staying consistent because it's all on us. It's all on us. How about those of you on Zoom? Has anybody struggled with being self-employed?
oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I push off that should be done and needs to be done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You're the one who gets to decide whether you're going to do something or not. And I will tell you that kudos for you all for getting up and joining us today, either in person or on Zoom, because I find that self-employed people go with the weather. Unless, now, Edgar, you probably can't in your other business because you have a crew. So you have to make sure that you're showing up because you have a cruise
Yeah,
that you have to manage. So it's not like you can roll over and say, yeah, I don't feel like it today.
no, actually, at the end, you're responsible for everybody.
Yeah.
So like if something like right now, before I get here, I was, getting called from, we're doing a garage station. We get trusted delivery today, with the conditions of the weather. The
Oh,
company
yeah.
called me and say, is it okay to deliver? And I say, no, customer's gonna get upset because his product is gonna be in hold. And so I had to make sure everything is in the right place to keep going.
Yes.
And like driving and making calls and calling customer, calling manufacturer,
Suppliers. Yeah.
suppliers, and making
Yeah.
sure all the pieces get in the right place to
Yeah.
keep going. So it's a lot of responsibilities.
It is.
At the same time, you can slowly start putting people to fit those responsibilities, and then you handle everything from the back,
Yes.
and then you can do more.
Yes. And I love that you say that because it's one of the things we'll talk about on Thursday is as your business is growing, where and how do you get leverage and what do you need to be able to do? But what I want us to focus on right now until we go to the business meeting is why is it? What do you want why do you want, for those of you who have already done your business goals or have an idea in your mind, of how many transactions or how much money you want to make next year in real estate. Does everybody have that number? Either written down or in their head? Okay. Why? Why is that number important to you? Whitney?
Motivation to be happy. Like, I'm like, if this is what, if I want to fulfill the things that I need to feel good. Like if I need, this is what's gonna make me happier. This is what I want. Like this, yeah, and goals. Like this is my goal. Like if I achieve it, like this is gonna be, I know that the next year's gonna be wonderful. It's like I want to make sure that I'm covered, like, and like have leeway, and then like I'm gonna travel.
Okay.
So it's important as a motivation. It's like if you want to do these things, if you want to have that peace of mind, to be
Mhm.
happy, like you gotta do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for me, to get a number is to make sure what is the next steps that I need to take to get there.
That's
So if
right.
I don't have a number, then I don't have the pieces before that to be able to complete that
Yep.
goal.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's why we do the business plan, which you'll need to be doing. Edgar, is have that business plan because the business plan helps you put together your roadmap of this is what I'm going to focus on to get to this number, to this goal. Irene, what on the number that you have chosen for next year,
Mhm.
why is that important to you?
It's the only way that I can achieve that goal. Otherwise, it is like a roadmap. If you don't have that map and you don't know that if the end goal is to get to this point, I'm going here, there, and everywhere as I have been for the past couple of years. So I need the map. How am I going to do it? And I've done a business plan every year since I've been in this business. And I'm taking it seriously now. Like you really, what you've been doing before hasn't worked. You need the business plan. You need to follow it. You need to really stick to it this time. Otherwise, you're not going to get to where you were. You see what you've done in the past, and you've taken all kind of shortcuts, and they never work. Just follow this plan. Make a left at that light, then make a right, and then go down this street, and let's do this the right way. Otherwise,
And
shortcut.
I so get it because I wasn't, when I was a new agent, our business planning with at my old brokerage was write down what you want to make and how many transactions and good, that's great, go do
That
that.
was it.
And I'd be like,
Okay, yeah.
okay, and how, so that's only a wish number because there was no plan behind it. And that's what you're saying, Edgar. And you, Irene, are saying we have to have the plan But we also first have to recognize why we want it. Because here's what I find, and this is not, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I see people put a lovely goal on their business plan. I want to make this or I want to close this. And I ask them why, and they're like, well, that's what I want. Okay, have you ever made that much money before? No.
Is it practical to think that you'll
It
make that?
is that's great. I love big goals, but now we've got to match it with reality. Okay. Because that might not be the goal you could get to next year, but let's make it so you'll get there in the year after, right? So those big goals, there's nothing wrong with them, but sometimes we have to work to them. But I find that without the motivation, without the recognition of why does achieving the goal mean something to you personally? Meaning, Whitney, you said happiness, but I want you even thinking even deeper than that. What is happiness to you?
Like peace of mind and like being fiscally sound.
Okay, see,
Like to be
no,
honest, like
no,
yeah.
and that is what most
Budget finally
people.
works out.
Yes.
The budget.
That you're not having to worry, can I go to the grocery store and buy this? Or do I have to look at my balance? I mean, I've many years had to previously look at my checking account before I could walk in that store and buy anything just to make sure that I wouldn't have an overdraft. I think many of us can relate to that. And so what does this mean to you personally? What is it going to bring to you? And that's what I want you to take time right now, either on your phone or writing it down in person or on your computer. I want you to take the next 5 minutes and write down what is it? Whatever your goal is, why do you want to make that goal? Achieve that goal? What will it provide for you? Will it provide financial security? And I want you to go even deeper than that. Will it help you pay off debt? Will it help you start saving some money? Will it help you contribute to your retirement? Will it help you help family? Will it help you get a down payment for a home? Will it help you give to some charitable organizations that are very important to you, that you want to be able to give back to? Will it help you buy that new car that you need because yours is just hanging on a wing in a prayer? Is it so that you can be able to invest a little bit more money into this business to help it grow? Is it to take vacations? You'd love to travel and you haven't been able to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I so
You know,
understand.
to take my pets to the vet, whenever because it's always something, you know, it just pops up.
Well, Yeah, my daughter had that. She's in a place right now in between positions. She was downsized out of her job and her cat got sick. And she tried to not have to buy the prescription food,
Yeah.
and the cat got even more sick. So luckily, and it was very scary in the last 2 weeks that her cat was very sick, but she could barely afford to. But she had to then go to the vet and buy the $75 a bag prescription food for her beloved cat, who's her therapy cat.
It's never cheap, is it? Like you never
No.
expect it. Like it's
And
yeah.
that's what you want. If those are the things that you don't want to have to worry about anymore, write those down right now. Write down all of those things because if we don't write them down and articulate them and have them identified, then you might have a high running motor, but your motor's not going to last. It's going to stall out. Because we all get to a point that we can have burnout. We all get to the point that we're just not feeling it. I mean, do you wake up every day motivated? I'd love to tell you yes. And most days I do. I just have a really high engine drive. But there's some days I'm like, not feeling it. Or you're off. Even if you're just off and you don't have the same energy level or what have you. So being able to articulate what are your main drivers? Why do I want to do this? I know with Irene, you want to make this your full-time.
Yes, and investments. I want investments, so I want
Invest in prop-
investments and I want to be what what my boss is. And
Yes,
he's an attorney, but he already has investment properties.
yes, he's building wealth.
Made him rich. I'd like to make myself rich.
Exactly,
go.
exactly. So that's where if we don't know, so that we can say to ourselves, because remember, you're the boss and you're the one who's got to talk to you when you don't want to get out of bed or you don't want to go do the work. You're the one who has to say, you know what? But I'm building towards this. I'm building towards my future and that I would be able to achieve this.
I think what happens when you don't have everything right down is you get too many responsibilities in your life that sometimes you get lost and then you
Yes.
forgot all those reasons.
Concentrate on
Oh, Edgar, I think you just hit something big.
that non-road path.
It's
Take the shortcut,
and it's also
like squirrel.
Ah.
That's
Oh,
what-
well, we're all squirrels. If you're in real estate, if you're self-employed, we're all squirrels because we have so many distractions. But I also think I've long wondered why when we are children, we have such dreams. We have such dreams of what we want to be and what we want to achieve, and we don't know limits or boundaries. And then you get to be an adult, and then you have all these responsibilities. And your responsibilities cloud your ability to dream and look at your future with clarity. I think that's what happens to me. I get stuck in the day-to-day responsibilities of just surviving, right? And paying bills and doing all of that, that I don't look at where it's taking me. That's why we talk about life by design, not by default. How many of us have lived a life of default? I have. There are many years I had jobs that it just led me there. It wasn't because that's really the direction I wanted to go. It's just that's what the next job came up, right? And I was thinking, that's not really what I want to do, but I wasn't making a plan or a roadmap to get me anywhere different. That's why, as an adult, I went back to college to finish my college degree because I didn't like my life by default where it was taking me. It wasn't what I wanted to do, and I was miserable.
It's not enjoyable feeling like you're along for the ride, like your life is living you, you're not living your life.
Exactly. And that's why most of us become self-employed, to be able to have more control, more say, more opportunity, because we can have amazing opportunities in real estate. So, do you have that down? Have you put down in writing, what does achieving this goal mean to you personally, professionally, financially? I want that as we wrap up here. I want you to spend even more time on that, and we are going to share these on Thursday. So I want everybody putting down, what does this mean to you personally, professionally, and financially, as much as you're willing to share? Because if we do not, also there is a power to when you say it out loud in front of others. There is. Does anybody else have this superstition? If you say it out loud, it won't come true. Okay, Irene, you're like that?
Yeah.
I was for many years. And then I realized if I say it out loud, then I'm
Speak it
actually
into existence.
Manifestation.
There you go.
sheltering it didn't help me let things grow. It actually made me more fearful to let it go. I don't know if that makes sense, but so saying it out loud, not so that people could judge me, but so that I'm releasing it out there so that I could go for it.
So
I think
Chris,
that's, yes.
when I first got my license, my goal was to replace the income that I had at my full-time job, which was substantial. But then I found out I was pregnant and my why changed really, really
Mhm.
quickly. Now I don't want to make as much money. Like that's not as important to me. What's more important to me is having the flexibility to stay, to be able to keep my son home with us as much as possible. And yeah, it's really changed my why. So my 2026 business plan looks nothing like what I thought it was going to look like when I got licensed, but my goals changed. I no longer feel like I need to make six figures. I feel like I need to be able to provide enough to quit my part-time job and be with
Yes.
my son.
I love that, Jaden. Thank you for sharing that because our whys do change. And it's more than just one thing. Don't feel like you have to say, my big why is just this. No, it's usually many things that are important to us that help drive us and motivate us and keep us going. What is it that you want to achieve? And for all of us, we have different drivers. So I think you also have to identify what drives me, what gets me going because it's going to be different, Edgar, for you than it is going to be for Whitney. And Irene, it's going to be different for you than it is for Jeffrey.
Mhm.
And so you have to identify for you because when Thursday we talk about accountability, it goes hand in hand. And if you don't articulate this,
Accountability.
if we don't articulate this, then you don't know what you're going to hold yourself accountable to. And if you're only holding yourself accountable to numbers, numbers usually don't have motivation tied to them for many of us. There's more that's important to us than just achieving a number. And that's why with your business plan, as we wrap up and go to the business meeting, is that's why I'm going to ask you on Thursday and next week when we talk more in detail with your business plans is do you own that number? Whatever your goals are they your goals or do they just look good? No, seriously.
I understand what you mean, but that's why I have to meet with Megan and reassess like what is in my MREA, because I was like, I don't think this is like correct for like first year.
And that's okay. That's okay because it's a discovery process. So I don't expect you to go, oh yeah, this is it and be spot on. Like Jaden didn't know, her world was going to change or could
Hey,
change.
Kristen,
Yes.
did the sign up sheet already get shown?
Oh no, Anna, it didn't. I am so sorry. I'll have it for Thursday. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks for asking. You're so good about that. Um, but I want to make certain that you own whatever numbers you're going to put on that business plan. So here's a question I want you thinking about between now and Thursday, besides working on your big why, is the number I pick on my goal, is it a number that I'd like to make, or is it a number I have to make? Because unless it is a number you have to make, very few of us have that strong of motivation to drive that hard. If it's a number that just looks good or sounds like it'd be nice if we made that, then you're probably not going to drive yourself hard enough. And that's okay, but then you have to say, well, will that disappoint me when I don't hit my goal? And will I feel, the one thing I don't want at the end of the day with your business plans, what I don't want is, Whitney, you not wanting to look at it because you feel so bad that you picked numbers that you're not even close to. Seriously, because then that's a bad feeling. I don't want that. I want it to be one that you're actually using that roadmap from it and saying, this is going to get me where I want to go. Because sometimes our goals can stop us in our tracks if we don't align them and really own them. Make sense? You've got to own those numbers. Those are your numbers, not my numbers, not Jeffrey's numbers, not Jaden's numbers, not Connor's numbers. They're your numbers. And so that's why we get personal with your big why. Okay, work on your big why. I will see you on Thursday at 9:30. We will continue this on our goals and then we will share big whys in the beginning. And now for those of you on Zoom, make certain that you jump on our office Facebook page because we're going to go down to the business meeting right now. Thanks. All right, let's go.